Back to pass. He's looking across the middle. He finds the other Durant. Oh my! You can kiss this one goodbye.
Did I just not say that? Did I just not predict it?
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
LeBron James is the biggest star in the NBA today, and just as important, he's one of the best players in the history of the NBA. He's got 3 rings, multiple MVP trophies, and a slew of other honors. Now these are things you know, but what about the things that you don't know? Well, let's regale you with some of them. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10. He's often compared to Michael Jordan. Okay, we're cheating here because obviously you know that LeBron is compared to Michael Jordan a lot, mainly because it's a hotly debated topic as to who is better between the two. LeBron has dominated in his time in the NBA, but so did MJ. MJ has 6 rings, LeBron has 3. But LeBron has been to more finals than Jordan. Jordan has a pedigree that towers above all others in the playoffs, but LeBron has stats that match and outsurpass Jordan at times. Now this back and forth has led to numerous debates across the world and various sports TV shows. ESPN and other networks have field days trying to break down who is better in their eyes.
Boy, he has not been able to get in the lane, but man, oh man, what a punctuating dunk from LeBron James. Oh my goodness, power, speed, athleticism.
Where does LeBron fall into this debate in terms of opinion? Well, honestly, he doesn't care about the comparisons. He knows that MJ is one of, if not the best ever, and in a recent interview after the special The Last Dance, LeBron noted that he would have loved to play with Michael Jordan, saying that their two styles would have meshed perfectly and that they would have had quite a run. It's definitely something to ponder about, don't you think? Number 9. LeBron has a clothing line. Believe it or not, one of the biggest things that can get NBA star money outside of their basic contract is endorsement from show lines and clothing lines. Nike, Adidas, Converse, and more offer big-time bucks to sign some of the NBA's biggest stars. LeBron is no different, but eventually he decided to make his own clothing line via Unknown. He made it in 2011 and it offers streetwear, sneakers, and designer apparel, thus reaching a wide market for a whole bunch of people to buy. And it's done rather well, to be honest, including getting some new store openings in 2018. There's always a danger in opening a new clothing line because oftentimes the tastes of the people are subjective. But LeBron, well, he's stylish, and his name adds a lot of credibility to it. So we really shouldn't be too surprised that this has worked out for the better for him. And it's one of the more profitable business ventures he's done while branching out from the NBA, proving that LeBron isn't just a master on the court, but a master of reading a market and expanding his craft. Number 8. He owns part of Liverpool FC. To be clear, LeBron doesn't own Liverpool FC, a respected soccer club in England, but he does own a 2% stake in it. A stake that he bought for about $6.5 million, which is a shocking amount of money to get such a low stake. But that's what you have to do at times to get a stake in such a big club. The irony, though, is that many people thought that this was a foolish move on LeBron's part. It wasn't, because not long after he bought a stake in the team got a lot better and even got to the top of their league. Now, his 2% is worth $32 million. That's over 5 times what he bought it for.
Have proven out to tie the series, and what a miraculous shot by James!
It has been a thrill to watch such a storied club make their way to the top again and be part of it all. LeBron likes the fact that he's diversified in another global sport, James's business partner Maverick Carter told ESPN. Now, obviously, there was definitely a chance that this investment wouldn't have worked or it would have just gone stagnant, as it sometimes goes with sports teams. But the thing here is that he took a risk and invested in something huge, and it really did pay off. Number 7. If he went to college. If you know the history of LeBron in the NBA, then you would know that he was one of the last players to go right from high school into the league. The NBA later changed the rule so that you have to have at least 1 year in college before departing for the league.
Squash it all, he's gonna finish high school. Everything is coming fast enough. There's no need to rush it.
I never considered that, it wasn't even a thought. You really can't even do that. I don't want to go through that. I want to graduate with my class. I got 3 best friends, Drew, Willie, and Shion. And high school you can't come back to.
As LeBron didn't have that rule to hold him back, he went straight to the NBA. And as such, many have wondered what would have happened with LeBron if he had gone to college and likely further refined his skills there. What team would he have played for? How good would he have been? Who would have drafted him if he stayed a year or 2 or even 4? While LeBron doesn't regret his decision, he has thought about what it would have been like to go to college. And as he said in his interviews, when he thinks back on it, he likely would have gone to either Ohio State or North Carolina. The first one is obvious because LeBron loves Ohio, but the second one likely because it wasn't just a great school, but it was the former college home of Michael Jordan. Number 6, he really does love passing the ball. There's been a lot of debate over the years as to whether LeBron is a true team player. Sure, he has a lot of assists in his life, but he's also been known to drive his teammates and coaches crazy, including at one point on the Lakers, the entire bench making the decision not to sit next to LeBron during a game.
It's not what you do in the present, it's what you do before. When you get to that point, that really separates the winners from the loop.
But despite all that, LeBron maintains that he doesn't feel he's a pass-first player. I've always loved the success of my teammates more than myself, James said in Chris Fedor's article for Cleveland.com. I've always been like that since I was a kid. Even when I first started playing basketball, we had a kid named Sonny on our team that was younger than all of us, and he couldn't catch. So in order for him to catch, we used to roll the ball to him so he could pick it up and shoot it off the ground. And when he finally made one, it was the greatest thing for all of us. Do you believe him? Let us know. Number 5, I promise school. Most of the time we see LeBron James as a swanky basketball star who has hundreds of millions, likes to hang out with his friends and try to dominate basketball when he can. And he is all of that and more. But he's also a lot more because he knows what it's like to have a rough upbringing and then get the chance of a lifetime. So not only does he do charity work, he spends his own money to try and get kids off the street and into school. So much so that he made the I Promise school that is in Akron, Ohio, his hometown. The point of the school is quite simple. It's to go and help at-risk kids in the area and make sure that they get the education they need to live the life that they deserve. LeBron himself opened the school and 250 kids were enrolled during its opening. Now this is a huge thing, and it's something to not just be praised, but to be encouraged via other sports figures to do something like this with their own money. LeBron has truly set an example of how to act off the court, and others should follow it. Number 4, when MVPs leave. Easily one of the biggest and most infamous moments of LeBron James' career was when he made the decision to go to Miami Heat and leave the Cleveland Cavaliers behind. It wasn't so much that he left that was the issue, outside of Cleveland feeling betrayed of course, but rather that he needed a television special to go and do it, and no one will let him forget it, ever.
Dribble somehow, Irving back to James! Oh, he throws it down!
Mama, there goes that man.
But the irony of the decision was that it wasn't precedent in terms of his leaving for another team after dominating the previous year. In fact, 2 other NBA legends in Wilt Chamberlain and Moses Malone also left teams after winning the MVP trophy the season prior. While that doesn't stop what the decision did, at least he can know that he wasn't the only person to think about leaving, despite being great where he was. Number 3, right and left. Here's a curious thing I'm sure very few of you knew or noticed. When LeBron James is putting up a shot on the basket, he always shoots with his right hand, and he's worked hard to improve his shot over the years. But when it comes to his writing, he does it with his left hand. He also eats with his left hand. Very curious, no? More than likely this is because he doesn't want to hurt or overuse his right hand. LeBron is very careful with his body and always wants it in tip-top shape. This also means that technically, he's ambidextrous. Number 2, cover it up. Now this is a funny tidbit that shows how certain places don't tolerate various things. When LeBron was in high school in Ohio, via a very nice private school, he already had some of his trademark ink that we all know. But here's the catch. Back in those days, he couldn't show it on the court.
Playing football since I was 9 and basketball. I just started playing sports since I was 9. And I've been liking football as much as basketball. I just wanted to keep playing all through my high school career. and just play to my capability.
Yeah, his school made LeBron and his teammates literally cover up their tattoos when they were playing games. He's no doubt thankful he doesn't have to do that now. Number 1, LeBron and football. It's a well-known fact that LeBron was debating about whether to continue with football or basketball as his true career path in sports. He was good at both, and a commercial later made a joke of the decision to say that he was going to the Cleveland Browns.
Back to pass. He's looking across the middle. He finds the other Durant. Oh my! You can kiss this one goodbye.
Did I just not say that? Did I just not predict that?
But in truth, the reason he chose basketball over football was simple. When he was not at hoops camp, he went and broke his wrist. This made him realize that if he went the football route, he would likely be in more danger of injury than with basketball. A broken wrist can heal easily, but concussions, various rips and tears of muscles, not so much. Granted, there have been some terrible injuries in the NBA, but they are much less than in football. LeBron chooses his health, and well, the rest is history. So what did you think? What did you think of these facts about LeBron James that you likely didn't know? Which is the most interesting fact in your mind? Do you know other LeBron facts that we could have put on this list? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.